Should be accepted.
Should be accepted. You're the con? Con or pro? Con. They are the pro for the capital punishment, right?
선생님, 저희 자리가 바뀐 거 맞죠?
Yeah, they switched it.
바뀌었다고 합니다.
Okay, second resolution is the capital punishment should be accepted. Everybody knows the word capital punishment?
I don't know.
You don't know? Death penalty.
Oh,
Ah,
what is that?
got it?
You
Okay.
kill them?
Why? No. So, you are the pro team. Who's the first speaker? You? Are you ready? Please be quiet.
The topic for our debate is that capital punishment should be accepted. We disagree with the definition by the option. Today, as first speaker, I will be talking about to you why we have to do capital punishment. Our second speaker will be rebut to the affirmative case and sum up our team case. I'm the first speaker. I don't have rebuttal. I'm going to discuss 2 points. My first point is can prevent crimes. This is because for the extent of extreme punishment, capital punishment can reduce rate of accidental crime by allowing criminals to think twice about because of the extent of death penalty before committing crime again. In fact, the United States and Japan are currently eschewing the death penalty or in some states. In Japan, most of the criminals who turn themselves in are afraid capital punishment and turn themselves in. And the death penalty by taking away the life of a criminal and leaving society permanently can prevent a crime from going back to society and committing retaliatory crimes against the victim. In his piece on the recent trend in research on the effect of death penalty on the upper and lower level of death penalty through criminal police research, he pointed out that it is difficult to make objective data and correct judgment among various sources because the data on the duration is actually used as a justification for both sides of option. The insist on several and abolition of course, as you can see in more details in the paper, it is not limited to our country's data, but it is central on Paris research published in the United States. A study by Isaac Eccles enabled us to analyze data that can be applied with a quantitative analysis method that can overcome the limitation of the right analysis and poor life. And based on this study, we've shown there are about 7 to 8 homicides per action, and we've been able to continue to support this theory. For more information, we encourage you to take a look at recent article of recent trends in the study of effect just loading a capital punishment. The other pointed out the most of the research paper published in Korea did not directly rehabilitate them, but the end, the effect of deterring mother. So distinguished guests and teachers and parents, in conclusion, we believe we have to do capital punishment. Thank you for listening my presentation.
First speaker of Conti. You can start when you're ready.
Good morning, good evening, distinguished guests, teachers, and students. The topic for our debate is that capital punishment should be accepted. Today, as first speaker, I am talking to you about capital punishment isn't the best way. Our second speaker will be talking about capital punishment should be banned, and also we put the negative team. I will discuss 3 points that capital punishment can't take it back. There's no human way to kill, and there is a better alternative that life without peril. Now to my first point is capital punishment can take it back. This is because the death penalty is irreversible. Absolute judgments may lead to people paying for crimes they did not commit. Texas man Cameron Todd Willingham was executed in Texas in 2004 for allegedly setting a fire that killed his 3 daughters. Following his execution, further evidence revealed that Willingham did not set the fire that caused their deaths, but this came too late. Now to my second point, there's no humane way to kill. This is because the 2006 execution of Angel Diaz by a so-called humane lethal injection took 34 minutes and required 2 doses. Doctors have said that it's likely that his death was painful. Other brutal methods of execution used around the world include hanging, shooting, and beheading. The nature of these deaths only continues to perpetuate the cycle of violence and may not alleviate the pain already suffered by the victim's family. Now to my third point is there is better alternative than life without peril. This is because in Oregon we have the option of sentencing convict murderers to life in prison without the possibility of peril. There are currently over 121 people in Oregon who have received this sentence. So distinguished guests, teachers, and students, in conclusion, my opinion was capital punishment isn't the best way.
Okay. Second speaker of the pro team.
Good evening, parents and teachers. We disagree about capital punishment should be accepted. I have 3 reasons. First, this is because they say that by executing the death penalty of violent criminals, social members are inevitable for the constitutional order of life safety. Revenge killings have been on the rise since the release of criminals recently as a result of the punishment of death, a slap on the wrist, in which they are not popular, educated in prison, and are not aware of their wrongdoing. Innocent citizens who have been killed are not life stressed, the death penalty is made to prevent such side effects. Second point is Article 10 of the Constitution states that all people have dignity and value as human beings. Although it violates the basic right of the death penalty, the death penalty is already a person who has broken other people's right to life or dignity. So it can be seen as the realization of justice that only she or he is executed in the name of the state, in the name of a heinous criminal. My last point is, if a felon is chased to life imprisonment or on an organic safe, the costs of protection are not formidable. According to the price of a salary earned or man's meal, a meal costs more than 1,500 won, more than 4,500 won a day, and it costs more than 13,500 won a month and 1.62 million won a year. Man's life expectancy is 77 years, so costs about 65 million won to criminals. I don't think it is necessary to guarantee the right of criminals by making such a large sum of money. So distinguished guests and teachers and parents, in conclusion, is we believe we have to do capital punishments. Thanks for listening my presentation.
Okay. Second speaker of protein, please.
The topic of our debate is capital punishment should be accepted. Our first speaker has already started that capital punishment is not the best way. Additionally, I am going to discuss about two more points. The first point is miscarriage of justice for capital punishment. This is because of the study in proceeding of the National Academy of Sciences told that a surprising number of innocent people are sentenced to death. Samuel R. Rose, the lead author of the study, said in an interview that a lot of people did not have a chance to prove their innocence. Since 1973, 144 people on death row have been exonerated. As a percentage of all death sentences, that's 1.6%, but the innocent rate was 4.1%, more than twice the rate of exoneration. The study suggests how much people was innocent but dreaded. An untold number of innocent people have been executed unfairly, so I think the capital punishment should be stopped. Next, my second point is that the death penalty is disappearing worldwide. Indeed, until 2017, the two countries, Kenya and Mongolia, abolished the death penalty from all crimes. Today, 106 countries have abolished the death penalty. The other countries that continue to execute are becoming a small military group lasting. Furthermore, there are countless arguments about the justice of death penalty. In an imperfect world, can we never be sure we have ever get the worst of worst? Is it is it ever justified to take a life away? So, distinguished guests, teacher, and students, in summary, my first point was the miscarriage of justice for capital punishment, and my second point was the death penalty is disappearing worldwide. Thus, as a conclusion, I would like to say that my opinion is capital punishment should not be accepted. Thank you for listening.
Done. What did the rebuttal? Anything you rebut? Rebut 할 거 있어요? Okay.
You guys forgot rebuttal. I didn't hear it, so.
The negative team said capital punishment can prevent the crime, but even if it is a very bad crime, a human shouldn't kill a human.
Okay. Yes.
Oh.
Please.
Come on.
Some teams say death penalty is decreasing in more, but I think death penalty is necessary for my country. So I think death penalty is I think death penalty is necessary.
Okay. Anything more? Anything more you want to add? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Son, could you please first?
Okay. I thought you were better that time. Like everyone definitely felt more comfortable. More eye contact as well for most of you. I think with a question like this, as soon as what countries are you comparing with? Usually you're talking about like America. Whenever there's something with like a different country, just that should be your argument straight away. Like whenever you compare a study from a country that is not your own, then there's always some kind of like culture part. So like that is like straight away, you should always try and say that, I think. That's just a general thing. I thought you did a nice thing at the end, rhetorical question, but maybe that should have been your conclusion. That would have been really, I was like, it was really cool, and then you kind of started to use your conclusion to talk about what you talked about, but the question would have been great to finish. Yeah, I think. Your point about Oregon, Jake, I felt like that wasn't finished. I was like, you mentioned it at the end, and you used a nice example as well about the, I can't remember the boy, the man who with the fire, the 3 kids. That was a nice example, but then your point about Oregon was like, it didn't make sense. Like it was just the start of a point and then you finished. Sorry.
Yeah. And then?
Yeah, I think
Oh, okay. He covered most of it. I'll just make it short for each of you. You're so nervous. Like
Yes.
when you yeah. Just try to make it more comfort of yourself. Take your time, look around, then you'll feel better, okay? And then the terms I think you need to practice a little more so it's clear. Otherwise you prepared well for that. Rachel, you were more nervous than first one. I thought you were okay in the first one. But yeah, but still you did your best, I could see it, and then you finished up with the rebel. So just gradually you'll get better. And both of you boys, what I liked about was like you delivered it quite well. But yeah, I don't know. For the Jake one, this one was a little bit. I couldn't hear it properly too. I don't know why, but you did it more slowly. But I don't know why it was happening. But at least I could hear everything, and then you you finished it up with like some points you had to have, so it was okay. And then you like ripped up everything and you did it well. And I liked you had more examples and data this time, so I liked it. And then both of you teams, well done.
자, 그래요. 저기 이제 크리스 선생님께서는 말씀하시길 첫 번째보다 훨씬 편하게 해서 다 좋았다고 하셨죠? 뭐 아이 컨택트도 더 많은 편이었고 좋았다고 하시고요. 다만 이제 실제 토론 내용에 대해서는 이제 다른 국가에 대해서 비교를 이야기하거나 할 때는 좀 더 조심해야 될 거예요. 그죠? 이게 비교점이 서로 다를 수 있기 때문에 문화나 이런 것들도. 그래서 그다음에 윤로 같은 경우에 이제 수사적 질문이라고 하거든요. 수사적 질문. 그러니까 이제 의도하는 바를 거꾸로 질문으로 엮어서 하는 그런 거는 조금 수준 있는 부분이라서 크리스 선생님 그게 굉장히 마음에 드셨나 봐요. 좀 칭찬하셨고. 그다음에 예시가 남자 팀들 예시가 다 전반적으로 좋아하는데 오레곤주에 대한 예시는 포인트를 시작하다가 그냥 끝난 것 같다고 하시죠, 그죠? 마무리가 잘 안 됐다 그런 얘기를 하시니까 참고하고. 제나 레이첼은 긴장한 것만 빼면 내용은 좋았어요. 근데 굉장히 긴장을 해서 도리어 여기가 어머님들은 오셨는데 너희들은 어머님이 안 계신데 너무 긴장을 했어요. 그래서 조금 희한합니다만 그래요. 일단 남학생들은 예시가 정말 좋았어요. 예를 잘 택했고요. 그다음에 여학생들도 그 근거를 찾은 것들이 굉장히 좋았습니다. 마음에 들었어요. 선생님 마음에는. 통계치도 잘 찾은 것 같고요. 좀 다. 그래요. 수고했습니다. 이번 거는 뭐 저는 무승부로 할 거예요. 그래서 아주 애썼어요. 고생했어요. 긴 시간 동안. 다들 수고하셨어요. 보시느라고. 예. 자, 학생들은 이제 선생님 교실로 가서 세 번째 수업을 할 거고요. Thank you very much, judges. Can I collect the assessment sheet?
Oh, I didn't get it.
Okay. Sure. You can give those sheets later. Okay. Thank you. Yes. 여러분들 이제 교실로 들어가세요. 수고했어요.
수업해요?
Thank you. 당연히 수업하지. 수업 시간에 남았는데. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
guys full of cake? Oh.
나도 해요?
너 수업하고 가. 9시에 저 차가 없어. 수업하고 10시에.
Extra?
오랜 시간 감사합니다.